This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Thurs Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, everybody. This is your first look at sports. I'm Charles Fisher. Swim clubs here in the capital have apparently had some issues of late assessing the Betty Kelly National Aquatic Center. It was announced more than a year ago that with the implementation of the National Sports Authority, facility fees would come into effect, and that seems to be the case with the Aquatic Center. We were able to speak with Chairman of the NSA, Leroy Archer, and he told us that the Swim Federation was notified of these fees some 14 months ago, and they never did anything about it. The fee that the NSA has in place for the Aquatic Center is $1 per child per day, which, as Archer says, is reasonable compared to other parts of the world. Archer says they are even willing to negotiate once there is some form of payment, according to the NSA chairman, and the basketball and volleyball federations have been consistently paying much higher fees to use the Kendall Isaacs gym. And so hopefully this issue with the Aquatic Center can be resolved in short order. It's been a pretty slow year for the Bahamas Olympic Committee in terms of sending off national teams to international competition. But according to Vice President Deron Donaldson, come 2014, that will all change.
We're getting ready for the games next year, and because that's our game year, it's a busy year. This is a slow year, so we're planning, getting committees together. I know, like Cora's in Women in Sports, she has a committee going, and they're getting ready for a big surprise for you guys. The Secretary General and the President are going to conferences for the games next year to update us on, because of course we're going to have to appoint chef de missions for all games and get our athletes in place and, you know, meet with the federations to try and make sure they qualify. That's the main thing. We have to give each sport the qualifications that they need to get into those events at those games.
And moving forward, Donaldson says it's also the plan of the BOC to do more for the individual athletes.
The more exposure we give our players and our athletes, the better for us. And it all leads up to us qualifying for the Olympics. And even for tennis, we need to get tennis back in the Olympics. And I think the Simone Pratts, the Danielle Thompsons, the Kevin Major, and all of those, they're going to be the ones leading that way for us in tennis. And hopefully, I see volleyball is really making a mark. Congrats to them and Vice President Joe Smith and the President of the Volleyball Federation. Good job.
The Bahamas Government Departmental Basketball Association continuing with its best-of-3 semifinals. Last night, the place was the Donald Davis Gym. Jonathan Benson starts us off tonight with the feature game as the Police Royals look to put away the Defense Force Mariners.
On the verge of elimination, the Defense Force doing their best to stay alive, and Otis Ferguson finds Dershan Sands for the two-hand jam. On the other end, John Roll finds Devin Johnson in the corner, and that three ball is money. Blair Allen getting his name in the scorebook, but the Marines don't get back on defense, and Roll would make them pay. The Royals now looking to their leading scorer, Dion McPhee. He drives hard to the hole, hoop, and the foul. The Royals outscore the Marines 25-12 in the fourth quarter, and they bring out the brooms to sweep the series and move on to the championship, winning Game 2, 95-79. As for last night's opener, the Police Crime Stoppers in a must-win against the Tournequest Cybots, and they relied heavily on their go-to man, Vernon Stubbs. It's 1-on-4 here, but Stubbs still wins the battle. Only blue shirts in the lane again, but Stubbs is a one-man wrecking crew. Crime Stoppers also stepping up their defense. Off the steal, the ball ends up in the hands of who else? Vernon Stubbs for two more. Cybots pushing the ball here. Adon Charlo finds Eugene Bain for the deuce. Bain now repaying the favor. Charlo with the finish. Brian Tucker Bain starting to heat up for the Cybots. He's never seen a three-pointer he didn't like. The Police looking to answer on the other end, and Dario Seymour shows he can shoot the long ball too. Stubbs going back to work here. First it's the jump shot, then comes the and one. Stubbs finishes up with a game-high 40 points, and the Police use a 30-11 fourth quarter run to take Game 2, 82-67.
I thank God for this victory, first and foremost. The game plan today was that we just go with there, trust each other, work it inside, and then let's play off what we got from inside.
Game 3 between the Cybots and Crime Stoppers is set for tomorrow night. The winner moves on to the championship against the Royals. The loser is done for the season.
We're going to do the same thing. Start from inside, and let's let the game flow, and we just take it from there.
Jonathan Benson, ZNS Total Sports.
Thanks a lot, Johnny. The Bahamas Olympic Committee held a press conference today. They were in a generous mood as many sporting organizations received some much-needed funds from the International Olympic Committee, to help with the development of their sports.
In the past several months, the Bahamas Olympic Committee has provided development grant to the Bahamas Volleyball Federation, Bahamas Judo Federation, Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association, the Rugby Union, the Bahamas Cycling Federation, the Amateur Boxing Federation of the Bahamas, and the Bahamas Wrestling Federation and the Gymnastic Federation. We are pleased with the recent success of the Bahamas Volleyball Federation junior and senior men in regional competition in St. Martin and Guadeloupe. As a result, the Volleyball Federation success, the Bahamas Olympic Committee, through its proud true partners Olympic Solidarity, is pleased to provide a team assistance grant of $60,000.
News there for volleyball. BOC also partnering with the Grand Bahama Urban Renewal and assisting the development of their sports under the theme, Changing of the Guard.
The Bahamas Olympic Committee will cross the bay on the island of Grand Bahama the following activities. Through our partnership with Mr. Harrison Petty, we will seek to provide scholarship to deserving athletes in Grand Bahama in athletics, and will seek to add other sporting disciplines in the shortest possible time. Additionally, we have partnered with College of the Bahamas, who will, at the appropriate time, hold combos in various sporting disciplines with a view of offering scholarship to their prestigious campus. In essence, under our Vice President, Mr. Aram Lewis, who is present, the Bahamas Olympic Committee will lead and support a talent ID program immediately to identify athletes to compete in the next year's Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing, China.
And that's going to do it for my time for sports. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.